Holy crap.
It's pretty peppery off the first couple.
Dude, these were less than $6.
Just like wine. You don't need to
Why?
break the bank.
Okay. Brian Descend. We love your product. We love what you do. Sponsor this podcast. And then, you know what? Better yet, be on our 100th episode. We'll do...
Friend request me on Facebook. Newsflash. I don't have Facebook.
I'm already his friend. Suck it.
Well,
Dude, seriously. Seriously. All we smoke are your cigars anymore, man. Like I don't think there's been an episode this year that we have not smoked.
yeah, there is.
Okay, one with Joe Kenny, and it was a Stallone. But then, what other episode? The episode where it was the special cigar from Demetrius. That was the last episode.
Demetrius. And then we've done a couple. I think we did a Mil DS. The special anniversary. We did the special anniversary tobacco nut.
Okay, we did we didn't do the Mil Diaz. We did the Las Calaveras for this year.
Yes.
But we did the 10th anniversary tobacco nut, which, by the way, Matt Booth, hey, yo, sponsor us too. But seriously, Brian.
Get in my booth.
I'll tell you what, right? Matt Booth, come get in our booth. You hear what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying, Matt Booth? Sponsor this podcast, big dog.
Because you don't listen.
Sponsor this podcast, big dog. Or at least give us a shout out. We love the stuff that's coming out of your booth. You know what I'm saying?
You know what we're saying.
You know exactly what we're talking about.
And you like it.
But Brian DeSin, dude, we love you. We've met you in person. We want you on the podcast. Everybody, I'm gonna clip this and I'm gonna put it on Instagram. I want every single one of our followers to tag Brian DeSin and Bravada Cigar Club and be like, "Hey, sponsor this podcast because they're fucking awesome."
Hey, we don't know you.
That's right. We'll cheers to you anyway. Jack Daniels, single barrel proof, 135 proof, baby.
Yeah, this has been.
It's like oak candy. Oh my gosh. Like oak and apple. Dude.
Oh, dude.
I am not a Jack fan, but when you get up in the higher proofs, man, they know what the hell they're doing.
It's brown sugar coated apples.
Oh my goodness. I really got that oak, like the age statement, or not the age, but like the oak really heavy.
Well, that's because first drink of the day, and it's 135.
Oh, caramel. Brown sugar coated apple, dude. Oh. And I'm also on a diet, so I don't drink that much anymore. And when I say that not much, I mean literally on episodes, and that's freaking it. And
I do.
Wow. Wow. Oh, wow.
What a hole.
I'm down like 5 pounds in a week, dude.
That's awesome, man. Congrats.
Yeah. I was 327. Not as heavy as I was. I was going, oh, dude, I was going back through our episodes and I was like, holy crap. That dude's a chungus. That guy's carrying some extra people.
That guy.
Like,
Fupa Troopa.
I am you and my wife combined. Like, that's a large person. Holy cow. Yeah, that was a bunch of Dunlap going on there. Whew. But thank you for your expertise and your...
It's not me. It's your hard work.
Yeah, no, but you gave me the ideas and you gave me the... Here's what you should stick to. Here's what your workout should look like. We don't have anything sucking out the smoke. Huh?
What? What?
What?
You fight leaner.
What?
You know what a fight linger is?
No.
Fight leaner? It's German for coward. Oh, Hans Feitlinger.
Oh, yeah? Well, did you know that pumpernickel, like pumpernickel bread, loosely translates fart goblin?
This explains a lot.
And then also pfeffernuss is just pepper nuts.
They would have a word for that.
It's a type of candy.
Sure.
It's German candy, Pfeffernuss.
Yep.
You have it around Christmas time, and it is
Under a mistletoe?
It is. Give me your Pfeffernuss. Give me your Pfeffernuss.
Oh, hello,
We're under
Hans.
mistletoe. All you have to do is kiss me. Nope, Pfeffernuss. And your
hello,
fart
hon.
goblin.
Oh, hello, Hans. Give me a taste of your pumpernickel.
And your Pfeffernuss.
Uns ja. Pfeffernuss.
Oh, but seriously, like, I want some fart goblin bread.
And I want some pepper
And
nuts.
I want some pepper nuts.
Now. Go up to a tavern.
What's going on, everybody?
Lady's just like, I don't have those.
Dude,
You ask for a fart goblin, and all of a sudden Danny DeVito comes walking out behind the bar.
dude, supposedly the live action Hercules is happening. And if they don't cast Danny DeVito as freaking, what's his face? Philoctetes.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Well, it's time to have children or be around mine, and we watch family. That's the thing, man. Like, I was talking to a buddy at work the other day, and he was like, I was like, what do you like to watch? And like, he's like, Moana. And I was like, oh right, because you have 2 little girls, and you have 2 children, and I have 5 children.
Because you're questioning.
But we were just talking about Disney movies for a few hours, because
I still think Pixar. Like, me as a grown adult, I don't think it's that weird if I go back and watch Shrek.
dude, I watched it. I introduced my kids to Shrek the other day.
Shrek is
Do you know
hilarious.
how hard they were laughing?
It's
when he
hilarious.
farted and the fish died in the
Oh, of
swamp.
course. Of course.
And then like the wrestling scene, my son's like, yeah.
I still gag in my mouth when he pulls out the earwax and lights a candle from it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Just slightly. These farm rolls are incredible.
This is fantastic.
Dude, $5.75 a stick. Unbelievable, man. This is my new favorite cheap cigar.
It's not cheap. Like, it's just
Here
in the market of like St. Louis especially, it's on the low end of what you'll pay for a stick. I mean, I even think Olivia Special, the
Oliva
Connecticut's
are still like $7, $8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that depends on the Vitola you get. I mean,
Right.
You get a Churchill of it, it's still
You're $9, $10.
$10.
Yeah. But these are so LCA, which is the Limited Cigar Association, which Brian from Bravada started, and the only one close to us is in Ferguson or Florissant. Or Ferguson, one or the other, but it's Montrez Cigar Lounge. Shout out Montrez. But they've got bags and bags of Bravada cigars.
Oh, yeah.
And I went in to get our Thanksgiving gifts, so our Christmas gifts, because we just had our Christmas party last week. And that's right, Bourbonists get down. We have Christmas parties. We love each other.
No, we always stay up.
Huh? What? And so as the gifts, I got the pumpkin spice, which that was a really good cigar.
That was very good.
Yeah, really good cigar. That was an LCA exclusive. So there's cigars that are only exclusive to these shops that Brian creates for these shops. So you have to go find. Dude, when I go to Green Bay for the game, guess what's up in Green Bay?
An LCA.
An LCA, baby. And I know my dad's going to be looking for a stove to smoke with his boys. And so we're going to stop him and be like, I'm about to blow your mind. You're about to have one of the best cigars of your entire freaking life. I feel like I am responsible for my dad's love of bourbon and cigars. I really think so. Like, the world that we've created, and I don't mean this arrogantly, but like the world that we've created with the Bourbonist has gotten him so deep into the love of what good whiskey is. I had Thanksgiving with my family, and my cousin was one of the guys that came to our party last year, our barrel release party.
Okay.
And we were sitting around talking about bourbon, and he was talking about how he loves Knob Creek. Knob Creek is solid. It's good.
For its price point, I actually haven't had it in a long time. I'd have to go back and
now the age statement ones are high. Like I bought a Knob Creek 15, and that was like 120. But
and see, that's yes. I'd have to go back and buy like just the standard offering and try it now that I've gone through a sommelier class and just been in the world of whiskey for a long time to actually see, because Knob Creek and Woodford were the two that kind of introduced me to drinking whiskey neat or with like one ice cube and actually drinking it for the taste.
right.
Yeah, I'd be interested to go back.
But he loves Knob Creek. Is it the wind? Freaked me out. I thought somebody was knocking.
Some dude's probably about to shit his pants outside the garage door. Like
Oh,
that
you
one
remember
day. Yeah. He's just setting up shop.
I don't know if you could hear it on mic, but it was like, just like, and I think it was my daughter's friend's dad dropping off one of her friends.
Just decided to come by and
Just walk by the, like it was, wow. Farts will never not be funny. There's this scene in Scrubs, which I love. That show's coming back, by the way. They're redoing it.
Oh, are they?
And they're bringing all the old characters back, and so that it airs in February. I'm so excited. It's one of my favorite shows. But there's a scene in Scrubs where like one of the guys farts, and then it was like a prank episode. So like one of the guys has to fart, and they're standing there, and he's like, "I got the downtown push downs, man. Got the downtown push downs." And she's like, "Don't you dare sit here and make a fuffy. Don't you do?" Because they're standing around like 10 people, and he was like, "But I got it." so then they're talking about pranks, and so his wife pulls their friend who's a girl away, and she's like, "I did it," and she was getting ready to tell her that she did a prank, and she was like, "Oh, I know, but we can't let him know that we think farts are funny." And she's like, "No, I'm not laughing at that." Farts never be not funny. But anyway, LCA, yeah, all the good stuff. And I'm really excited to do that. I think that's what we were talking about.
We were talking about kind of since we started this bourbonist thing. Your father.
Right. Yeah, my dad. So but I was talking to my cousin, and he was like, "No, the best bourbon or the best whiskey I've ever had is the stuff that you guys released." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." Like,
we concur.
well, because he was asking, and even Tim, our other buddy, asked like, "What's the best bottle under $40?" Planters.
The standard offering, yeah.
Yep. Planters, Blue Label, done. Best bottle under 40, and actually I think it's like 30.
That, and if
30,
you want
35.
under 50 and you want something a little different, go get Stolock
Oh, baby.
from Wine and Cheese Place.
Oh, Mark, we got to have him on again too,
Uh-huh.
because they just released their 11-year single barrel.
Oh, you fightlinger.
Yeah. Them's fighting words, big dog.
Pumpernickel.
What are some Christmas traditions that you do for your family? Like, what was Christmas like growing up for you? Like, was Santa
Christmas.
involved?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
In fact, my dad's dad was
In
always
fact, my dad
Santa.
still believes.
Yeah, psycho. My dad's dad was always Santa because he was a bigger guy and always had this ever since. I mean, for as long as I remember, he's always had just this powdered white beard.
Yeah.
It was never long. It was always pretty well trimmed, but he always had a white beard.
Yeah.
And he was always a bigger guy. So he just, anytime he'd give us presents, he'd always say, "From Santa."
Yeah.
And he was the one who passed away last year.
Yes, sir.
But we would
No, it
go
was this
over
year,
there.
wasn't it?
No, that was
your grandma.
That was my
I
grandmother's
apologize.
wife.
I'm sorry.
You know what? This podcast is over because
You've offended me for the last time,
you dirty.
slut.
I was going to say pumpernickel, but
You dirty fart goblin.
but we would go to my dad's parents on Christmas Eve and go celebrate with that side of the family, my dad's side. And then Christmas morning, we would get up and go to church and then come home. Or no, we would go to Christmas Eve service at our Lutheran church and then come home after our grandparents, have ours in the morning. So all the siblings would get up. My parents make something called monkey toes, which is literally just, it's
cinnamon bread.
It is cinnamon, brown sugar, and just
monkey toes. I thought it was just monkey bread.
It is gobs of butter.
Yeah,
but it's in this dish that basically forms the bread into literally like balls.
Yeah, so you can tear it apart. Oh, I know what monkey
exactly.
is.
We would call it monkey toes.
Yeah, I just call it monkey bread, but yeah. Not sure why they call it monkey bread, but where the monkey comes from.
There's a couple different avenues you could probably deduce. Not going to say anything else. But we would do monkey toes, and then afterwards we would go to my mom's parents and go celebrate with their side of the family and have usually like a lunch/dinner at like 1:30, 2 p.m.
Yeah.
And then afterwards just kind of go home and enjoy some time off. And but I don't know what this year will look like. A lot of things changing with grandparents passing and just the busyness of other people's schedules now that Tim and Mick are both married and Tim has a couple kids.
So he's got to go with her family. And
yeah, they got to find time for hers. And actually, Christmas, so far the past 4 years I've been in the country club industry, Christmas Eve and Christmas have been the 2 days that I haven't had to work.
Yeah.
So thankfully I'm able to spend time those
Did
2
they
days.
actually open them on those days?
Christmas Eve, technically we're open, but it's for to-go orders for the members, which usually means one person, and then my GM will be in to kind of do a bunch of paperwork and to help with shuttling to-go orders out to the members' cars. But
cook at your own houses, damn it.
you would think, but I mean, shoot, if you got the money and some places offering, and you don't want half the mess at your place,
right?
And it's going to be expertly crafted.
Yeah,
might as well.
Sure, why not?
But that was pretty much it. Last year, I kind of started something that I'm hoping to kind of do this year also. It was super fun. Me and my sister, we got each other Lego heads.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Star Wars heads
Yeah.
or helmets.
Yeah.
And so literally after we got done celebrating with family, everyone went home. We just watched Star Wars, had drinks, and just made Lego heads. It was sick.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was awesome. So probably going to do the same this year. Definitely going to wake up Christmas morning, 75% Kahlua, 25% coffee.
Yeah. That meant to be a yeah, but it came out as like
Throw
a
up?
pseudo burp.
You just...
just a throat noise.
Just... Sure. But that's...
So what
Yeah,
was
and
like? What was it like growing up? Like I'm not now, but like.
I mean, that was basically it. It was we would spend time with family, and I mean, shoot, even before my grandparents passed. Yeah, especially as a little kid, it was always dinner at both the grandparents. Wake up, breakfast in the morning at our house, at our individual family's house, with all the immediate like kids of my parents, and so all my siblings and everything. And we would get up and just have a lot of fun, talk a lot of shit, and
yeah. What was Santa like in your house? Did your parents ever do like scavenger hunts that Santa put together and like all the things?
No, it was always, I mean, it was always, I mean, about 10 o'clock in the evening, my parents were like, you guys can't come out of your room.
Yeah.
Don't. And then a lot of times my parents were still wrapping presents at like 6:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be like, you guys don't get out of your room. And if they'd hear a door, they'd go, ah!
I can picture your dad doing that.
My dad would be like, get back in your room. Santa's still here. And we'd be like, can I see him? And he goes, fucking no.
Oh, Mike Keithley, you're amazing.
He's a hell of a guy. A hell of a dad, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, we never did any scavenger hunts. I mean, my dad especially tried to push Santa as long as he could.
Yeah.
But there was a time in which, like...
You're smart.
Well, not even that. It'd just be like, I grew up with two older brothers who were shysters.
Oh,
And so
sure.
I'd come in and he'd be like, look what Santa got you. And I'd be like, Mick and Tim already spilled the beans. I already know he's dead.
He died on Scott Calvin's roof in the Santa Claus movie. That's
And my dad would be like, Mick, Tim, gee, damn it.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Always got to ruin fucking everything.
Was there any like specifically memorable Christmas
Days
mornings?
that swearing wasn't happening?
No. I ain't answer that. But any memorable, like really that stuck out to you when you were a kid? Like anything that was like, whoa, and you remember to this day?
Like holidays?
No, like Christmas. Like any Christmas mornings where you were like, this is ridiculous. I'm the luckiest kid in the world. Blah, blah.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot this. Something we used to do all the time growing up. We stopped when I was pretty young, but we used to go to Vail, Colorado.
Oh,
every
yeah.
year. And we had a condo that my grandpa
Fucking
got.
rich people.
My grandpa split the cost with two other guys back in like late 50s, early 60s. Bought this condo. I think it was like 15 grand, 20 grand. And they just had it all the way up until...
So like you know how to ski.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I know how to ski actually pretty damn well. That's what Tim now says the twins, my nephews, were conceived before we went. I still call bullshit.
Because I heard you.
I heard the heavy breathing and the snorting.
Your sister-in-law a bull? Like, what?
No, he is. God. Talk about a fart goblin. But he...
So I was picturing Tim's face and just...
He's a special one. But so it was about just over 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We went out to Breckenridge, Frisco, and actually, yeah, those two kind of small towns in the middle of the Rockies.
Sure.
Just to go back. And the first full day there, it was like it was a Monday. And we went to this really small mountain called Cooper Mountain. Again, it was on a Monday, so no one was there except old people who were retired. And so I ended up getting like a private lesson from a ski instructor.
Cool.
And literally within the hour, I was already skiing blues and some of the blacks on that mountain. Then we went to a bigger mountain called Copper Mountain, which is a bigger resort. It was, oh my gosh, I love this mountain.
Yeah.
And that's partly because I don't remember the trails over at Vail.
Sure.
Which is, I mean, I think there's hundreds of ski trails and snowboard trails on Vail.
Right.
But within the hour, I was skiing blues on Cooper, and then we went to Copper, which is harder. And one of the first runs Tim and I went through, was a black diamond. And
Yikes.
Tim goes, "Hey, you really want to start it off?" I went, "Hell yeah, buddy." We went down black, and so we're flying down this black, and all of a sudden, halfway through the run, moguls appear.
What is that?
Moguls are when it's like literally got pockets of snow
Oh,
mounds
so you're
everywhere. So if you ever watched the Winter Olympics, it's the one that people's, I swear to you, they have like Laffy Taffy knees because they're literally just smacking
No,
the
I can't do
sides.
that. Yeah.
Neither can I.
Yeah.
But we had quite a bit of velocity going into the moguls. And surprisingly, I ended up...
Where'd Dan go? Oh, he's up there.
Me and Tim ended up making it through, and Tim snowboards. You can't... Moguls are not
You
made
can't
for
mogul
snowboards.
snowboards, no.
I mean, you can if you do them slow. And so
Or you
that's
can't snowboard moguls, yeah.
So we ended up getting down with the black diamond, and Tim goes, "Wow, may have been a bit of a stretch to do that first run of the day, but let's go back up." So we went back up, and then Tim goes, "Hey, you really want to test?" And I go, "Not really." And he goes, "Forest run." And it was a black diamond.
Yeah.
And Tim goes, "You want to do it? I'm not going to peer pressure you, but we should do it."
Sure.
And I was like, "Isn't that peer pressure?" And I went,
Not going to, but
I was like,
should
"You know what?
we?
Let's do it."
Yeah.
Ended up going down. Pretty sure I threw out my shoulder.
Nice.
Smacked into a tree going. I had a decent bit of velocity and slammed into a tree. Got stuck. Because my skis, so like the run would go around tree, go down the hill, and then it would kind of like jump back up quickly. But I had longer skis because I'm a heavier guy. So the front tip of my ski would catch on the hump going up of the next part of the run.
Right.
While my back ski is stuck going down. And so I would literally just be like bouncing in the crevice of this run that goes up and down, or down then up rather.
Yeah.
And then there was one time in which I started to finally get the kind of like tempo, because there's a very specific tempo on how to be able to manage through the forest. And started to get the tempo, got a little too overconfident.
A little too happy
arrogant,
with it. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden tried to catch myself with the pole by sticking the pole in the ground, and I just had too much velocity that like the pole stayed and I didn't.
Yeah.
And I ended up hearing a pop out of my shoulder.
Nice.
We made it through. Took 45 minutes.
Nice.
For a run that should have taken 10. Got through, ended up going back up. It was so much fun. But kind of bringing this around town.
Yeah.
That was something we used to do all the time. Is we used to go skiing, and we would spend, I think it was the day after Christmas all the way through New Year's. And so we would do New Year's in Vail, Colorado.
Nice.
And it is still one of the most beautiful towns, because it's all stonework cottages. Now they've kind of made it a little bit more modern, which kind of sucks, but think of like literally the walkways through the town center is stone. Loosely cut stone.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you look through, you see the ski slopes literally through the center of the city center or the town center, snow-capped roofs all around you of these stone cottages, of these small little family-owned shops. And you're literally just walking through. There are vendors that have hot kettle corn and hot chocolate. And then people have these massive fire pits that literally have snow all around them, but these massive bonfires in the middle of town center. It's the most surreal thing.
That's crazy, dude.
And it's still to this day the most beautiful place I think I've ever been to.
That's awesome.
But it costs a little too much now. You know, with Vail being what I think last I saw was $260 for a lift ticket for one day.
Yikes.
That doesn't include rental skis unless you have your own, or rental snowboard. Doesn't include rental boots. Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about a $1,000 trip.
Especially a family of 5, 6.
Yeah, that's nuts. But that's awesome.
But that is definitely the biggest tradition that I still miss to this day.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy. We never did anything crazy because our Christmases were all about family. Like all, like I didn't have a lot of money growing up. My parents didn't, and so, I mean, they're great now. But like, growing up, we took vacations, but nothing like that. We would go skiing. There's a place in Eureka called Hidden Valley, and we would go to Hidden Valley sometimes, but that was always in like January because my mom teaches 8th grade, and they would do like a ski trip with the school.
Oh, yeah.
And so I would just go with her. I never learned how to properly ski. I would just get on the skis and just go down the mountain.
Especially at Hidden Valley, you can do that.
Yeah, just and my way of stopping was just falling.
Oh yeah.
I never learned how to properly ski.
One of the best, I will say, when we went to Copper, which was the harder mountain, when Tim, Bree, and I went. I'm just kind of name dropping this episode, I guess.
That's fine.
Screw privacy.
Shall we?
Of course.
Yep. This is the Investment Whiskey Madeira cask.
Yes, shout out to Michael.
Oh, Michael. I can't wait to do business with you soon, dude. I can't wait for us to try the first quarter. Sorry, spilt on your hand there.
I'm fine with that, but it's on the remote.
No, it's not.
Now it's on my pants.
Oh, damn, got all my pants. But so we would cheers, buddy. Dude, that's so good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's just heaven, bro.
Especially coming from a SOM class in which I've tasted like just straight Madeiras, which are very good and kind of loosely, very, very loosely resemble like a whiskey to me.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable how you can actually, how little that whiskey spent in a Madeira cask, and yet
You can
how
taste
much
it.
of the Madeira comes out, but it doesn't overpower the whiskey.
Yeah. It's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah.
You would go to Hidden Valley.
Yeah, we go to Hidden Valley sometimes, but it was always be, and actually that was how, so I was a 5th grader playing on the 6th grade football team because the 6th grade coach was a friend of my mom's, and he saw me pick it, like I'd never skied before, and I just got on the skis and was like, fuck it, let's do it, you know, and he thought that was so cool, and so I played on the 6th grade team because he invited me to just come play for him.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I like the way this kid moves. I like the way this kid just picks things up and just does it.
Yeah.
And I had my size on my side, so, you know. But that was, it was a good time. But, like, our Christmas traditions always centered around home life. Like, Santa was huge in our house. And it's big for our kids as well. Like, my kids now. But like my parents went out of their way, and it's actually kind of reminiscent of what I do now, but just out of their way to do something special all the time. And I remember one year, so Space Jam had just come out.
Oh yeah.
So everybody was into Michael Jordan. Everybody was into basketball.
Looney Tunes.
Yep. And so that year it was all Space Jam themed. So I got like a jersey, and I got some action figures. Like a Toon Squad jersey, and I got some action figures.
Absolutely.
And then Santa gave me a scavenger hunt.
Oh, I was going to say a Lola Bunny.
I feel like that's where a lot of men in the 90s, like who were born in the 90s, like a lot of where their attraction comes from is like Lola Bunny.
Yeah, a woman comes up to the bar. Hey, what's your name? You're not Lola Bunny.
Get away from me.
Stucco.
What do you do with this basketball if I give it to you? Yeah, nothing.
You got a tail.
So I did like a scavenger hunt, and I remember they hid clues all over the house, and each clue would tell me where the next location of the next present. It was all leading out to, and I was a smart kid, and so I figured stuff out faster than I should have. So like I remember them leading to me, like one clue was like, your next present is in the where your brother. So my brother was like a year old, like not even a year old at this point. He was an infant, and so he spent most of his time in like a bouncer seat. And so like the clue sent me in there, and my eyes, I see everything, and I'm very observant. So I saw the basketball hiding in the corner, but I hadn't gotten to that clue yet. And so like I was like, oh my gosh, I got a basketball. And then the basketball had a clue on it that said you should probably go check the driveway. And there was a basketball hoop.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was so cool. And I'm terrible at basketball, but I'm just terrible. But
my parents tried.
But after that, I started playing in the league, and like I was just all about it. Mm-hmm. That was a pretty memorable Christmas. And then I remember one year, so I got really mischievous as I got older, and so I started searching for presents. And so every year I would find at least some. But my parents always had, like, I think they knew, because they always had, so like the way that I would wake up at Christmas morning is like really important presents wouldn't be wrapped, and those are the ones from Santa specifically. Like they would also wrap presents and say they're from Santa, like other ones.
Right.
But like the big awesome one was always unwrapped and like lying in front of the tree ready to be played with, right?
Yeah.
And so like one year it was a Power Ranger figure, because I was huge into Power Rangers. And then one year it was a scooter. Like that's when
Razor scooter.
Oh yeah, that's when Razors came out, is the 90s.
It's also when shins were the most busted.
Oh yeah, but my parents got me one that had like shocks on the back of it, so it could jump extra high.
Oh,
like
I don't think I ever saw one of
those.
those.
Dude, that thing was the shit, man. I was doing tricks, but I was hopping all over the
Throwing
neighborhood.
it into people's windows. I was bashing old ladies as they were walking their dogs. I was hitting their shins.
That must be the wind. I hope so.
Whoever's at that door isn't sneaking very well.
Yeah. It better be the wind.
I can smell you.
But
I smell desperation.
dude, something went bump in the middle of the night last night.
And a bit of turmeric?
And I literally like had one of those dad moments. Like I went and like loaded my gun and walked around the house. Because it legit sounded like somebody was like pounding on our front door. And
Did you find out what it was?
No, I still don't know what it was, but it literally was but like really loud. And so I think it was the refrigerator. I think it was the ice maker in the refrigerator. Like making like like it was pouring out new ice, I guess, or something. But it sounded like a person. So I racked it and like, let's go. Come into my house, I dare you.
Yep.
There's something weird, side tangent. There's something weird about that. Like, I'm not a violent person unless you come after. Like, unless you come at me, then I don't know what I'm going to do. But I promise you won't be standing. Like,
well, and you know,
it's so, like, I was legitimately, like, there's this thing that just turns on in my head where it's like, I'm not going to die today, so the other person is going to. I will point and I will shoot. Like, and for half of it, my gun was downstairs, so I had to like go get it. So the first half of looking at
all of a sudden this guy outside your door hears boom, 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 boom down the stairs, and they just, oh fuck.
Like there was like this moment of like, all right, I don't need a gun, I'll take you out. But like there's no question. It's so strange.
That would have been so funny. Some guy's trying to break in your door, and all of a sudden you jump through the door. They just hear boom, 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 wham! All of a sudden you come through the door.
Dude, like,
I'm not gonna lie, if I was a bystander and I saw that, I'd be on the floor rolling.
oh yeah. But it's something weird, man. It turns on and you're just like, kill or be killed.
Yeah.
Like, it's really strange. Like, I have, like, in that moment in my brain, I was like, I will have no remorse for whoever I put down. It's weird.
You know,
Because I'm not a violent person.
there are certain people that I've heard.
I'm violent towards things. Like if something doesn't work, I have dad anger. That video that Tim sent to the group a while back, where like just dad anger, like you motherfucker, you're a stupid thing, or like the Bill Burr thing. Have you seen that joke where he's talking about? He's like,
He's trying to put something together for my
it's
kid.
like, where's the fucking? Oh, there it is. Like, like I have that dad anger, but like of like trying to fix something or something's not working right or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm not a violent person by nature. At least I don't think so.
Well, and
I've just never been put in that position.
Because, you know, I've thought, honestly, I've full blown, almost in like a quasi kind of time of prayer. I've thought like, what would happen if someone were to break into my family's house?
Yeah.
While I'm there, what would I be capable of doing? And the only honest answer I can tell you is I don't know.
Right.
Because by the grace of God, I haven't been put in that position.
Yeah.
I hope and pray that God gives me the strength and courage to go, listen, it's either you or me. And I'm from a thought standpoint, being a person or a 28-year-old male who has not been ever put in that position, I would like to say that, all right, it's either you or me. One of us is walking out in a body bag, and I'm more than willing to die for my family.
Right.
But to be full honest, full transparent, I don't know if I can honestly say that because I've never been put in that position.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody can honestly tell you what they would do until that situation arises. And, you know, I hope to God it never happens to any one of us.
Yeah.
Anyone listening, any one of us.
Yeah.
I hope this is all just, you know,
Hearsay
bullshit
or
that we're talking
stipulation.
about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't honestly tell you because there's been a couple times where I've heard gunshots near my house, instantly grabbed a gun,
Yeah.
just kind of walked around, seen what was happening. There were a couple times, I think this was more like supernatural, but like full blown heard someone walking up in my, like I'm home alone.
Yeah.
And I've heard someone walking up on my top floor. I always grab my gun and I always go walk around with especially if it's at night, a flashlight, handgun.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I don't even like having the flashlight because I don't want them
Knowing where you are.
the idea of I don't want they'll hear me. I'm not skinny.
Yeah.
They're gonna hear me boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. Right.
Hey,
Yeah.
you in there?
I have a tap light, so I have an
It's an attachment to your
an
hand.
attachment.
Yeah.
Where you tap it
Yeah.
and it turns it on. You tap it again, it turns it off. So like I'll do that and I'll do it around corners, but then I'll turn it off real quick if nobody's there. You know. So.
See, the one thing now, I just bought a truck, so it's going to be a little bit. And I just spent $500 on new contacts and glasses
Nice.
because I don't have insurance for my eyes. Thanks. Because I know you guys were dying to know.
You're
I
welcome.
really want to get like just a 12 gauge pump action shotgun.
I heard this.
If there's like a couple people, and I don't care what kind of handiwork me and my dad have to do after, I'm getting slugs. Especially if I'm home alone, because at that point, anybody who's down at the end of that at the end of my barrel, fair game.
Yeah. Well, and I heard somebody say a long time ago. It was when I was buying my gun because I was like on the fence about it. I only have one, but I was on the fence about buying it because I was like, it's just a big purchase and whatever. And the guy was like, "There's one language that all people in the world speak," and then he racked the gun.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What's the language?" And he goes, "That sound is the language."
Hey, dumbass, listen good.
He was like, and he was like, "That's one sound that everybody in the world understands."
And there's one sound
So
that's
hope to God nobody deaf tries to rob me.
and there's well at that point, listen.
Never come across a deaf and stupid person, but you know.
You yell, all of a sudden you don't hear an answer, and you just start throwing up sign language like, "Hey, I'm gonna fucking kill you," and the guy goes, "Arthur!" Just run out of the door.
Dude, that's so terrible. That's so terrible. Anyway, Christmases. So
Yes, Santa.
Santa was huge in my house, and my parents went to obscene lengths to make sure that I never found out. And I remember as a kid, like there was always, oh, dude, I remember. You remember when tech decks were a thing?
Oh yeah,
Like in the
Finger
early
skateboards.
2000s,
I love those things.
like the year 2000 when Tony Hawk's Pro Skater came out
was
on
one of the original fidget
N64,
toys.
and like,
dude, we used to bring those to school.
yeah, man.
We'd get those things taken away all the time.
Oh man, and then the little BMX bikes, like those were.
I never got one of those, but I knew about them.
I remember one time that I had one hiding in my pocket, and I was playing dodgeball at school, and I landed on it, and like my leg was like bleeding, and had like a, because it like poked through my pocket. And
Oh,
like,
I thought you meant like a ball came to you and you did like a flip trick with the bike and landed on the ball.
Oh, no,
I was
no.
about to be like, listen, you were the most popular kid in school.
No, I was not. I was not that. But no, tech decks were a huge thing, and so I got this big Tony Hawk's bird cage, or Birdhouse. Birdhouse is his brand. Birdhouse.
That was I think that was his skating brand.
That's his
Yeah.
brand, yeah, Birdhouse. And I got like a big old ramp and everything. And so I brought it to, and it was like bring a toy to school day.
Mm-hmm.
And so I brought it, and I was telling all my friends, yeah, Santa got this for me. And my friend Andrew was like, you're an idiot. I was like, no, I'm not. Shut up, Andrew. And he's like, no, Santa's not real. I'm like, fuck you. No, shut up. I was like 9.
He's big, he's fat, he's jolly, he eats all my cookies.
Yeah, well, he doesn't come to your house because you don't believe, idiot. Haven't you seen the Santa Claus? If it's believing isn't, or seeing isn't believing, believing is seeing, and which I believe that's like a super, like you could take that down such a biblical road. Seeing isn't believing, believing is seeing. Meaning, like you shouldn't have to see it to believe it. If you believe it, you will see it.
Yeah, and
You know
then
what I
that
mean?
kind of ties into, you hear a lot of people nowadays like manifestation.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's where I'm not fully sold on it.
Well, so actually,
Because, I mean, you can't-
manifestation is a biblical principle. So it says in the Bible, write a vision, make it plain, and the Lord will help you
Yes,
to make it, right?
But I think there's
I butchered that, but it's
I think there's a big caveat in it, which is if it's not of the Lord, then
well, right.
Because-
like I'm not going to ask the Lord for a porn industry. Like it's, I went to the extreme.
I was going to say, wow. Usually that's my job. I'm the one that just made a deaf burglar joke.
That was over the line, but it's fine.
That was hilarious. I'm still laughing.
It's not over the line.
No, there is no line, especially if you're blind.
Okay, here, hold on.
That was another one.
There's over the bumps for the blind.
Over the burrow. But, yeah, if it's not of the Lord, which is crazy, that tie-in. If it's not of God, then, because, like, I could try and so, like, here.
So
I could do my absolute best to try to
it's Habakkuk 2:2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
But then my question is what does the rest of Habakkuk? What does the chapter what does that chapter before that verse say, and what does it say after? Like, what is it specifically referring to? Because if that was just something God said to the prophet right then and there, then I mean that could have just been him in that instance. That doesn't necessarily mean us. So like, if I'm like, well, I'm going to be, if I just envision myself as a multi-business operator and co-owner, and I just envision myself as, these numerous businesses that pop up that are multi-million-dollar businesses, and I'm co-owner or part owner of each and every one of them, I could do my absolute best to try to dream it and to try to sit and try to manifest this. But if it's not God's will, it's not going to happen. That's just wasted effort, in my opinion.
So it says Habakkuk is questioning God about why injustice seems to go unpunished. So the main between verses 1 through 3, it says, wait for God's answer. So Habakkuk positions himself like a watchman waiting for God's reply. God tells him to write the vision plainly because the fulfillment will come at the right time.
And that's where, okay, was this the vision that God is giving him, or is this his own vision? Like,
It says it may seem slow, but God's timing is perfect and the promise will not fail. So it's asking God for, it's like asking God for what he wants out of your life. And then if you feel as though, so like I'm in more or less theology school right now. It's a little more advanced than that, but it's basically theology school, and it's kind of teaching us like to listen and to observe what the Lord has, and like, pour me some, will you? And and kind of like
God.
this verse plays in a lot to what we're kind of learning is like when you're listening for the Lord, you're not out like sinfully asking for his help. You're sitting and contemplating and in prayer. And
you mean pridefully?
yes, exactly.
Okay.
You're not pridefully doing it, right? And so like if you sit and contemplate about something, like, for example, I'll give a perfect example. When we were thinking about starting a podcast, nothing stood in our way. Like, there were some obstacles monetarily, and there were some obstacles in like timing and trying to figure everything out, and not everybody who joined obviously stayed with us, but the vision was plain, and it was very clear that this was what we were supposed to do. That's what I'm saying. Is like when you sit and you're prayerfully considering something and the vision is plain and it is made plain to you, then run with that, because the Lord will help you run with that.
Well, and that's where I think a lot of people nowadays will hear this manifestation, especially if you're someone who hasn't been told the beauty of questioning.
Yeah.
And that's coming from a convert who has been taught the beauty of questioning whoever tells you. I hesitate to say the truth, but basically someone who tells you, hey, you should believe this thing.
Yeah.
Because it is the utmost truth. You should question that. You should question everything you're ever told, because you will tend, not always, but you will tend to formulate your own opinion, especially if someone goes, hey, I heard this one thing. It is very prevalent in the exercise science industry to question.
Yeah.
And in fact, it is important to question. Just because one study says, oh, I got this result with this sort of method. Okay, well, what if I did some sort of other method to make sure that, okay, well, is this same result going to happen in these different parameters or in these different methods of measuring? Or with theology. I mean, just because most, actually, I think all of Christianity is a Trinitarian.
Yeah. Trinitarian belief.
You should question that.
Yeah.
Come to your own conclusions.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you should, if you're a Catholic, you should back out of the Catholic Church. If you're a Lutheran, you should back out of the Lutheran Church. I'm not saying anything like that.
Well, no, but if
What
you're
I
a
am
true
saying is
believer,
whatever the authority figures in your life, especially spiritual authority figures, say is truth, you should question and basically test it. Test their.
well, that's what St. Paul wrote. He said, test the spirits, test the voices, test the things that you believe are from God.
Right. And
Put them up to the Lord so that he will tell you what is true and what is not.
Bringing that into the manifestation kind of ideology that we've kind of come into now, especially socially. You know, you hear a lot of people going, no, I will become rich. I will do all this stuff. I'm manifesting it. And
okay, you do you.
by God's grace, they end up becoming it, because they were like, 10 years ago, I just literally would sit down and picture myself rich. And I go, yep, this is what's going to happen. And it happened to them. Doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. It depends on who that vision is coming from. If you just sit down and just try to literally like bulge your way into this ideology that I'm going to become rich, I'm not one to necessarily say that it's not going to happen, but I don't know if that is necessarily the kind of manifestation. Like if you have a dream,
Yeah.
just because you have a dream doesn't mean it's going to come true. But you are doing yourself a disservice if you don't see it through until you get a definite no.
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah.
But just because you are trying to pursue your dreams doesn't mean it's going to happen. There are numerous people. My brother, Tim,
Yeah.
had the dream of being a professional baseball player, played in college. And in fact, I remember him senior year in high school, he was finishing, and I remember him, this was one of the first times he actually kind of was a little bit vulnerable with me.
Yeah.
He goes, Dan, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do if I don't at least get into college baseball, because I'm putting all my eggs in this basket. This is everything I've got. This is everything I want. Guess what? My brother didn't become a professional baseball player. Instead, he's taking care of a golf course, and he's got 2 twins that are just as psychotic as him and his wife. And yeah, I like and what's funny is now he'll even go, I don't know if I miss it anymore.
Yeah.
He was like, I used to miss it all the time. And I remember it took him years to get past. Once he recognized he wasn't physically able to do the job, to go out and play every day, to go out and play for colleges, because he had wrist surgery once, needed it again on the same wrist, and needed it on the other wrist.
Yeah.
And then he had other joint issues. He was like, I can't physically keep up anymore. And it broke him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's where, and this is something beautiful that Joseph has talked about a lot. Don't be so sure of what you want that you're going to miss out on something you didn't know you needed.
Yeah.
Or something you didn't know you wanted.
Yeah. I read something in a book. Oh my gosh, I forgot the name of the book. Darn it. But it was, I think it was written by a Catholic doctor. And he was talking about his relationship with God and his relationship with his wants and needs. And he said, I no longer assume that I get what I want. I assume that whatever I need is what I get. And I thought that was beautiful, because it's the perfect manifestation of the relationship that God wants you to have with him, I think. Because
I will get what I need.
I will get what I need.
Yeah, right.
I no longer assume that I will always get what I want just because I believe in God. It is, I believe that I will get exactly what I need.
Well, then my question is how do you balance that act of pursuing your dreams, so the things you want, but also
I personally
also having that wherewithal to not take that full-fledged step into, this is what I'm going to get, this is what I'm going after, I will not accept no. Because you hear that a lot from society, is like, don't accept no.
don't take no for an
Go
answer.
until you
no.
finally get your yes.
Well, the no's are what challenge you and grow you, first of all. Second of all, or overcoming the no's, I would say. But I also think from a belief standpoint, it's more of do it until you feel like the roadblocks are too much to overcome. Like there
that could
are
be very early on, though.
I know,
And at some
exactly.
point, but there's a lot of people who have pushed through that. Because, I mean, dude, especially if you're on a God-given mission, the roadblocks are going to come fast, hard, and loud from every direction.
I'll give you a good example. My brother-in-law was in seminary for 10 years. Literally like this close to becoming a priest. Discerned. Took like it, I don't know how long it took, but spent some serious time in discernment. And then one day was like, oh, this isn't the life for me. Spent 10 years in seminary. Now he has a kid and he's a psychologist or a licensed therapist. Like completely flipped his life around, but he's happier than he's ever been because the Lord had something different for him. And he believes that he believes that his time in seminary taught him, I mean, he has an incredible relationship with the Lord, obviously, but taught him about himself, taught him about dealing with people because priests go through that. They go through this basically like a psychology degree of
Right.
like learning how to deal with people, and that led him to do. So he kept what he wanted to do, just took a portion of what a priest does, and went full force into that. And now he's doing that. He's a licensed therapist.
Right.
And so it comes in different times and different manners, and I think it all just depends on your faith, and it all just depends on, as long as what you're as you're pursuing the things of this world to do what you like, because this world is built in a way to where we have to just, you can't just sit and do nothing, right? You have to be a part of it. You don't have to like,
You have to be in the world, not of the world.
exactly,
Yeah.
in it, not of it. And so as long as you don't remain of it, and you don't grow to be of it,
Right.
and you're just living in it, then the answers will come. It may take time, but that's what it is. So anyway, Christmases.
Santa, blind people.
So you told me, or you told us, I guess, when you stopped believing, and it was because of your freaking brothers.
I thought you were bringing this to like when you stop believing in God. I was about to be like, never happened.
Never happened.
Santa.
Yeah. I remember my parents were decorating the Christmas tree, and my brother was already asleep. And my dad turned around and he had letters that my brother had written to Santa in his hand. And he turned to my mom and he goes, "What do you want me to do with those?" And I just happened to walk in the room and I go, "What do you mean? What do you want to do with those?" "Put them in the mailbox." And my dad literally goes, "Oh, shit." And I go, "What's going on?" And my mom goes, "Honey." And so she sat me down for like a half an hour and explained to me that Santa's not real. And I cried myself to sleep that night.
Damn. Yeah.
And she had to like come comfort me in bed because I was just distraught.
Oh no, mine full blown. My dad was like, "Hey, what'd Santa give you?" I had full blown. I'm sitting there opening up a present. I know Santa's not real, old man. Get real.
Get real, oldie.
Yeah. Grow up, Mike. It's just some 9-year-old Tony dad. Grow up, Mike.
Yeah, I had like a brief, and it happened with the twins. Obviously, the younger kids still believe, but the twins,
Both?
yeah, they both know. And I had like a very brief conversation with them last week during Thanksgiving, or a couple weeks ago during Thanksgiving.
Oh, it was recent.
Yeah, it was recent. But we were talking about something about going to see Santa, or, you know, we'll have to wait to see what Santa brings. And my daughter just looks at me and goes, "Bro." And I was like, "Oh,
she gave you the bro
know.
treatment.
Oh, she gave me the bro." And I was like, "Oh, you know." And she was like, "Yeah."
She just goes, "That's a creepy old man who smokes cigs out in the back of the wall at the mall parking lot." That's Billy Bob Thornton.
That's something else that I do remember. I remember going to the mall every year. Like, that was a huge thing.
Going and seeing Billy Bob Thornton.
Yes, going to see Santa at the mall and waiting in line and getting our photo and like breakfast with Santa and like all those things. I remember doing all of it.
I remember doing it, but the moment my brothers kind of broke it, I believe they broke it to me. I'm like 99% sure, because that's definitely something they would do.
Oh gosh, I remember.
They'd be like,
I was such a dick.
and so when I found out, I think we were still taking my sister, and I was just creeped out the whole time. I was like, man, all those kids are sitting on that weird guy's lap. What the hell?
You used to do that.
Wait, yeah, and then I'd be like, oh my god, I used to do that. Just like,
I remember one year we were in the mall and we were trying to figure out what to do next. And the line for Santa was like super long. And so my mom left it up to my little brother, who was like 5 at this point. And she was like, "All right, Nathan, what do you want to do? You want to go see Santa?" And my brother turned to me. I'm realizing later on in life that I was a shit older brother. Not like a shit disturber. Like, I was an asshole to my younger brother.
well, it depends on what you're about to say to your brother.
So he turned to me and he goes, "What do you want to do?" And I looked him dead in the eye and I go, "Well, I don't believe in Santa." And my mom looked at me like she was going to kill me. And he didn't say anything else. And we didn't go see, or no, I think we did end up going to like wait in line and whatever. But my mom had like a talking to me. She's like, how dare you?
She gave you that mom stare.
Just because you don't and you found out doesn't mean you get to ruin it for him. I was an asshole. But I think I was bitter. Because I was angry that he wasn't
dreams
real.
are crushed, now yours are.
Right. Like I was angry that he wasn't real. But that was
kid, got any dreams? Guess what? Nope. Santa's not real. Easter Bunny's not real.
Oh, I was such a jerk to him, man. I'm surprised we have any relationship at all. Which our relationship is great, but
honestly, and actually, that's kind of an interesting segue because I've thought about that with my younger sister Grace.
Yeah.
And I've given her the one and only bloody nose she's ever had.
Oh,
because
boy.
I punched her right in the face.
Yeah,
we
buddy.
just got done watching like James Bond
Grace,
or something like
you're
that.
awesome.
You are a trooper. You were the strongest one of all four of us. All six of us, because two of us couldn't even make it to live. Actually, I'm sorry. Zach, wherever you are in heaven, love you, buddy. The other one who's nameless, I love you too.
Yep.
Just don't know your name.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely.
Whoa! I inhaled.
Nice. You're going to throw up.
My bad.
No, my sister Grace is definitely the strongest of us all.
Yeah.
And I like to say she's my brother Tim in a skirt. And
She doesn't look that way.
Well, she doesn't wear skirts. Doesn't mean she's a dude either. Sicko. But
Sickos.
golly, get your mind out of the gutter, weirdo.
What was one
This
of the
isn't Seattle.
What was one of the best presents you got as a kid? I remember a lot of Christmases that were really cool. I remember the year I got a GameCube. Did you ever get a GameCube? Were you a Nintendo family? Or were you a PlayStation family?
No, we had every game system all the way up until about PlayStation 3.
Okay.
No, we had Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. And then it was the next one we kind of divulged into.
Well, yeah, because they became $600
Right.
at that point.
No, we had them all.
I remember one year. So we were doing. My dad's family came over for Christmas, and we all got Secret Santa every year. We don't do it anymore, but we did. And
It's kind of hard to be secret to somebody who's not even living.
my aunt got me a GameCube game before I had opened the GameCube. So like my parents, she made a mistake, and so I opened it, and it was Mario Kart Double Dash. That was
one of my favorite games.
Yeah, it was such a good game.
It broke my GameCube.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I was playing it one day over at my grandma's, and all of a sudden my GameCube goes, "Hey, we're not going to work anymore," and just like straight up, just nope, I don't work.
Dude, I remember. Oh man,
Turn it into a couple $100 paperweight.
So she got it. She got it for me for Christmas. So I was like, I guess I know what I'm getting tomorrow. And my dad was like, "Fucking Angela, what are you doing?"
No, that would have been hilarious if your dad never gave you a GameCube. It was just a cardboard box that said "game" on it, and it was a cube.
Dude, I remember a game on GameCube. It was called Dave Mirra's BMX. And it was literally a bike riding trick game. And there was a setting on it to where you could turn off. I forget what you could turn off, but like there's a couple different levels on that game where it's like there's cars and you can actually get hit by the cars. And so my friends and I turned it into a game of like, because if you could turn off some sort of mapping or something to where the characters didn't act really right when they got hit. And so like we would purposely like just ride up to these cars and just like there was a trick to where you could just jump off the bike. And so we would jump off in front of the cars, and the characters just go flying.
Oh, ragdoll! Oh yeah.
So you just go flying across the map. We had hours just laughing our ass to tears, man.
Oh yeah.
It was so fun. But I remember the year I got a GameCube. That was huge. I remember the year that I didn't even want a new gaming system, but it was the year the Xbox 360 came out. And my parents are like, "You only get a few gifts this year." And we were like, it was kind of slim under the tree, which, as a kid, like now I'm like, if I get a present, I'm happy because I'm an adult. But
Oh, I don't even
like
give a shit.
But as a kid, like, so that's one of my favorite things. Like, so there's different love languages, right?
Right.
So there's
Gift
the love,
giving.
the one that you receive, and the one that you like to give. The one that I like to give is personal time, and I love giving gifts too. But one of my favorites is like gifts to receive. But like, I don't want some like random bullshit thing. I want something that I didn't ask you for, and something that you
means-
give me because you know that you know me that well.
See, you know what's crazy is this is the one thing that we're the exact opposite in. My giving language is gift giving.
Yes, you're very good at that.
And my receiving is definitely quality time.
Yeah, I can see that.
So now, ladies, any ladies listening to this, fuck off.
Why?
You're not getting anything from me. I don't know you.
But like,
Don't touch me.
But I was slim under the tree, and my dad was like, "Come downstairs."
Can you bleep the fuck
And
off
then-
that last? Bleep both of those. Leave the off. But
Yeah, because nobody don't know what you're saying. But my dad, so they had done it because my brother still believed in Santa at that point, and so
I thought you were just saying Nathan still believes. I was about to go.
no.
Nathan's about to get a text from me.
No, if you want schooling on how Santa affects children, just watch the Santa Claus. Like, it's one of the best Christmas
Allen?
movies. Yes, one of the best freaking Christmas movies. Did you know the original script had Santa being shot? Tim Allen was supposed to shoot him, and he went into the script read and he thought it was hilarious, and he told the writers to keep it in there because he has a dark sense of humor. And the writer was like, "Tim, we can't start a Disney movie by you shooting Santa off the roof." And he goes, "You kill all the other parents. Why can't you?"
Dude, I love Tim Allen. He's awesome.
But you should watch his new show, Shifting Gears. It's a sitcom. He's a grandpa, and he owns a car repair shop, and his daughter has to unexpectedly come live with him with his grandson. It's really good.
Oh, I was
It's
gonna say,
super
it reminds
funny.
me of what's that show? Someone in Mandy's first marriage or something like that.
Mindy and George's first marriage.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of that a little bit.
But it's really, really funny and really good.
Is it like The Last Man Standing?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
really good.
My
Last
brother
Man
Tim
Standing was
loves that show.
phenomenal.
He loves that show.
The later seasons
I still
suck
haven't
because
seen
they
it.
replaced one of the actors, but yeah, it's really good. Shifting gears, but anyway, the original script had him shooting Santa off the roof, and he was like, "Keep it." And they're like, "No, Tim, we can't have you killing Santa Claus."
Why would they let him read it at that point?
Because it was like the first draft or whatever, but they shifted it around. But anyway, so we still believe, or my brother still believes in Santa. So Santa gave us an Xbox 360, and so
yeah.
that Christmas morning, my brother and I just spent taking turns playing Xbox, and it's one of my favorite Christmas memories.
So I don't have like a favorite present. My favorite Christmas was actually just a couple years ago, and it was when both my older brothers and my sister were home. Christmas morning, we're all sitting there in the living room. I was able to share. This is, I think, probably the year we just started the podcast. So at that time, I had like 45 bottles of whiskey at home.
Heck yeah.
And me and my two older brothers, we just enjoyed whiskey. So did my dad. And then my sister was there. We just enjoyed each other's company. That was probably the best Christmas I've ever had.
Yeah.
Just, I was able to share the gifts that I've been given, all the beautiful whiskeys that I had at the time.
Yeah.
And I was able to share it with the people that I love the most. And
Yeah.
that's something, that is one of the greatest gifts my father has ever given me, is the love and understanding that family comes first.
Yeah.
I mean, borderline literally beat it into our heads.
Yeah.
And that's The only reason why I say borderline is because there was one time in which I had hair down to my shoulders.
Yeah.
And I remember me swearing at my mom, and he picked me up by my head.
Yeah.
By my hair. So not even my skull. By my hair, picks me up, gets a palm full of my hair, picks me up to his eye level and goes, "Listen to me, you little shit."
Yep.
And I was like, ah! So at that point,
That sound was fun.
I went, "Suck it, Dad. I've got a shaved head this time. Pick me up by my hair now, fucker."
Oh, man. Yeah, this year's going to look a little different, though. I've never, since I've been married, since I was a kid, for 34 straight years, I have woken up at my parents' house on Christmas. So we do Christmas Eve at my wife's house, my wife's parents. My wife's house. She lives separate. My wife's parents' house.
Sucker.
And then we travel to my parents and sleep over there. And this year is going to look different, I think, because the twins are going to spend their first Christmas with their mom. Because it's a long story, but their mom doesn't really celebrate. She had some pretty traumatic things happen at Christmas when she was a kid. So, but she's changing things up this year, which is fine. It's, but going to look a little different. I don't know if we're actually going to do that. I'm going to try and see if we can still do that. There just won't be anything to like open on Christmas Day because we're doing Christmas early at their house.
Okay.
We're doing it like the weekend before. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Well, and I think the biggest thing when it comes to changing traditions is just keep the mindset of this is still the same holiday. This is still the same celebration.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just go, just because some things may change.
Doesn't mean the family does.
Right. Or it doesn't mean that you can't be happy or joyful.
Right.
I mean, still try to find joy in those times of when those traditions change, because there's new joys to be had. It's just like what, again, so beautifully Joseph puts, when you find a beautiful bottle of whiskey and all of a sudden you end up finishing it, it makes room for another one. It makes room for a new one.
Right.
So find joy and hope in the newfound traditions that could be sparking if you happen to be changing things. If not, I think have a mindset of this is still the beautiful tradition that me and my family have kept.
Yeah.
And we are allowed the blessing to continue this year, because next year may be a little different.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Cheers to that, buddy.
Yes. And to end it, so when it comes to skiing, you are more than welcome to bomb a hill. Please do, for behalf of people like me, to where when we went to Copper, me and my brother Tim were riding up a ski lift. So we're a good 60 feet above the trail. So we're way up there. We're in the middle of the ski lift. And I shit you not, a good 200 yards away, we hear this shh. And we look down, and right next to the ski lift poles. So obviously the ski lift is on wires that have to follow poles way bigger than telephone poles. They're all metal. They hurt like a bitch if you hit.
Yep.
Don't hit them. But so we're in the middle of the ski lift, and we just hear this rustling of wind. And we look over, and this guy in all black is just straight up like,
oh, speed skiing.
He is not turning an ounce.
Yeah.
Which, like, you can still speed skate, especially skiing. If you're turning, you just have to, it's called riding on your edges or edging.
Yeah.
Pause. Riding on your edges. So, like, you use your edges to dig into the mountain to actually, like, help grip into the mountain, and then you ride up on your flats, and then so you it's called carving.
Yeah.
I think another name is the other one.
Yeah, sure.
But so this guy wasn't turning an ounce. His skis didn't move a degree to the left or right. He just straight up, like, I mean, he was actually bent down,
Sure.
but he was hauling
Yeah.
down this hill, right? And so at the near the end of the hill, it's a good 25-degree angle slope right into the resort house. And this dude from the top of the mountain, because we heard it from near where the trail started
Yeah.
all the way down, and you just
Jeez.
as we're riding the ski lift, we just hear this and this dude didn't make a noise, didn't make a move. This dude was like a statue. Me and my brother were dying laughing because the amount of pose, because a lot of those, if you end up going skiing, a lot of those ski runs aren't like perfectly crafted.
Yeah.
They'll have tiny, very tiny moguls.
Right.
But it's because you're in the middle of the day. People have already skied that run. So they've already kind of carved up a trail a little bit.
Yeah.
And so there are tiny little pockets of powder that cause friction especially on skis. You have two separate little things that you have to keep track of.
Right.
Because if the friction causes one ski to go off, you have a face full of snow.
Right.
And so this
He's
dude
just
is
carving it.
No, not
hauling
even
ass.
He is
Hauling
ass. So much so that the wind resistance
making-
on his pockets is
Yep.
audibly,
Yeah.
like almost ear shattering. And so me and my brother look behind, this dude is just straight up bombing the run. It's so funny.
Do that when you go skiing.
Listen, if you go skiing, if you are ever given the beautiful blessing to go skiing, because it is one of the most surreal moments when you get on top of a mountain and you look out. Because number one, just to let you know, snow has a dampening effect on this like ambient sound around you.
It has an acoustics effect. Yeah.
So you don't hear cars rustling unless you're right next to a highway or like a very busy road.
Right.
You hear nothing but silence. And you're up on top of this mountain peak. And you look out and you see nothing but peaks and snow.
Yep.
And you hear nothing. I'll be 100% forthcoming with you. That is the closest I've ever felt to God.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Is up on that mountain.
On that note,
go bomb a hill.
There you go.
please.
Cheers to that, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Bourbonists. Well, 2/3. We'll see you next time.
What do the 2/3 include?
Huh?
Which 2/3 are we?
I don't know.
I'm Datum and he's Ann.